this painting since like last May. I thought it was just gonna be a summer project, but it came into the new year with me still unfinished, and I feel so bad. Like, I really wanna be more consistent with art this year, but something that keeps happening is that it becomes more like art therapy rather than creating for the purpose of creating? So I'm thinking I wanna just finish it today, but I don't know. We'll see. I finished painting just another layer, a few layers actually, but I'm gonna add more detail in the end. It's just, I think I'm done for today, honestly, but I'm glad I painted. You know that feeling when it's a new year and you have a lot of hope that this year will be the year that you do a lot? 15 days in, and I actually feel really excited at how consistent I've been with all my goals, but at the same time, I'm like, am I gonna drop off? I'm trying to be consistent, but I don't know. With the new semester starting soon, I'm like, I'm really hoping I don't drop off on things. So, I'm making an honest effort to learn to code this year, and it's going okay. I tried taking a course on Coursera, but it's just too much theory, and I feel like I just want to get to the actual building? So I got on this site called frontendmentor.io, and I'm building a project in Index in HTML and CSS, and well, it's actually not that bad because I've tried learning to code so many times, but it's just hard for me to like stick with it because I get bored with all the theory and the learning and not actually launching something. So I have a good feeling about this time. I'm reading this book by Alex Karp, the founder of Palantir. He talks about, in the Technological Republic, that's what it's called. He talks a lot about how, well, his company's about military tech. So obviously that's what he's going to try to sell. And while he talks a lot about collective meaning, often I wonder, and that's something I see from a lot of people in America, like, what is an American life compared to a life outside the country? During 9/11, thousands of people died, and that was tragic. But I was reading here in one page where he said, like, nearly 2,500 members of the US military died in Afghanistan over 20 years of war over there. While in Afghanistan, approximately 70,000 of the country's civilians died. And it just made me sad, because neither party really needed to die. I mean, if a war needs to take 20 years, I wonder, what are you really fighting? And I often wonder, what's a life worth, especially compared to an American, for someone that's not American. There's still life lost, hopes and dreams just gone, and their families affected. They will never see them again, not here. And it makes me sad. But that's just the reality of our times. Dominance. Someone always wants to be on top. Do you know the worst thing about being a Christian? A lot of people feel like, and for me too, for a long time I felt like it was all the rules or boundaries. Don't drink, don't take anything that alters your mind. Keep yourself pure and holy. Be perfect, for God is perfect. But honestly, it's hard. But lately I just feel like the hardest part is actually, why is it that the Son of God told his disciples and all who listened that he'll come back soon, and over 2,000 years he's not here? How is it that God is the Most High and yet there's just so much spiritual torment? Yeah, things aren't perfect in the world and they never will be. And that's fine. Honestly, I don't really care anymore. I mean, I have hopes for a better tomorrow. Collective action. Thinking up new ideas to better the world, but what's the point of that when he doesn't even preserve us? And he allows the devil to taunt us. Maybe that doesn't happen to you. If not, that's great. I'm happy for you. But for a long time, for me, I just feel so sad. God is all powerful, right? Omnipotent. And it's almost like the devil runs the show. The devil, it's not really him either. It's just the fact that he doesn't really intervene all that much, not all that often. Why does someone have to go to a faith healing service? Why can't they just pray and then they get their healing? Why does someone need to hear from a prophet about who their husband or wife is? Why can't they just pray and God tells them? Sometimes I feel like as I try to get closer to God, I get even farther. And I wonder, and I ponder, honestly, like no wonder, and people don't really care. Because sometimes I just wonder, why? Why? It won't always be like this, platitudes and platitudes. It's nice. It's nice to hear platitudes. But is it true? Maybe. If you believe it, right? If you have enough faith. That's the thing that's been raining. If only you just had enough faith, then maybe it would have come true. Maybe if you'd given a seed to that prophet, maybe the word of God would have come true. So I don't really blame the people that are quick to say, it's not about religion, it's about relationship. That's better to just know God for yourself. Because honestly, maybe it's true. Maybe it's not. Who really knows? Seems the one thing that's certain is that no one really knows the answer to anything. You can keep coming up with new theories, but is it really true? Who really knows? What was true 50 years ago isn't true now. What's true now will not be true in 50 years, probably. a lot of Christians are taught that they have victory over the enemy. Maybe it's true. Maybe if I fasted for 40 days, no food, no water, then I'll be able to cast out demons, right? Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Been a long day. I'm gonna start filming now. I have a few videos I want to film and a few shorts too. I just filmed one prophecy from the Lord Yahweh, and I'm still struggling a lot with it. Like, I know I hear him. I know he's the one that speaks most of the time, but sometimes I just wonder, like, this isn't what I hear from the prophets I've heard. I don't really listen to a lot of prophecies anymore, but what he tells me is very different. Well, mostly different. And often I wonder, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because on what are, or who are the other people hearing, you know? What does it mean to have a gift from God? I'm not really sure. Because honestly, I never really thought about it until I found out about the gift of prophecy. And I wonder, how do you know if it's a gift? It's something I've been struggling with, me being a prophet. Because honestly, most people I talk to don't really have anything to say. And it feels really sad. It feels really sad because I just want to I just want to make sure that I'm hearing from God right. And I do. But for some reason, every once in a while I start to doubt and I start to wonder, when was he last speaking? Really? When was he really speaking last? Because I hear from other spirits, beings, that aren't God. Some are angels, many are demons. It just bothers me because no one ever really talks about what it means to hear from God. I mean, there's a lot of videos and books about it, and yet none of them described it like I've experienced it, so I wonder, who then am I hearing, you know? On one hand, I'm sure, and on the other hand, I feel really uncertain. It's been this way for a while, and it might be this way for a long time. And honestly, that makes me feel disturbed. It sounds bad, but that's not always bad. I know since I started understanding that God spoke this way that it wasn't bad at all. Until the enemy comes and does what they do. They sling curses and insults, tugging at my weaknesses, making me wonder, why does God allow them to do what they do? I don't know. I ask him, and well, He does say I should pray, and I don't think the devil will tell me to pray. So I know there are good spirits that are of God. I know that a lot of strange things have happened this last year that has made me sure. And yet, I still barely have no idea what's going on half the time, honestly. So I started reading this book. It's called The Stars in Their Light by Olivia Hawker. I got at the library as I was just wandering through, and I haven't gone too far into it because I've been busy with a lot of other things, but I really like it so far. What actually drew my attention is because it's kind of like, it's about aliens, kind of, but it's also historical. You know, when I think it was in the 70s, last century, when a lot of people were having all these UFO sightings. So yeah, I just like what I'm reading so far, and it's also really good seeing this because it's kind of similar to what I'm writing right now. It's also alien themes, so yeah, I'll definitely recommend reading it, but I haven't finished it yet. We'll see. Good morning. I just got ready for the day, and it's a holiday today, so I don't have to go to work, and I just am thinking, what should I do with the day? There's a lot I want to get done, but I also feel like I should start a new painting. Yesterday I did a drawing for a painting I want to do, but I also kind of want to do more abstract pieces too, and it's hard because what's usually on my mind is like an image, like, you know, like a scene of something I want to paint, but I really love abstract paintings, like a certain type, like with form, but not really, you know? So I'm hoping that I can get a good idea, God willing. So we'll see. So I just finished painting, and I'm really proud of how it turned out. I feel like my painting's gotten a lot better in the past year, even though I haven't painted like that many pieces, because I've been really intentional about mixing colors, which is something I struggled with for a long time, and I just decided to experiment with my color mixing instead of always just using it out of the tube. So if you're struggling with your art, try color theory and mix as many colors as you can. You don't always have to watch a video or follow along with a tutorial. Just try to observe and then get creative with it.